Mark Lane, M-A-R-K-L-A-N-E. Our law office is representing Tammy and her family. I just wanted to touch on a few things. The police chief put out a communication last week to y'all that the McNeil family was happy with the last meeting. I was there. We were in the lobby while the family was inside. Miss Tammy came out of the meeting crying and angry, and she didn't go back in. She was very upset with what was going on in there. The family is not satisfied with what the police department presented to them in the second meeting. We're still calling on NCPD to do the right thing and to sit down and show the family the videos. But we're also calling on the Sheriff's Department, who also had contact with Earl McNeil when he was taken to Central Booking downtown, to sit down with the family, show the videos, and talk to them about what happened. We're calling on Summer Steffens, who ran a campaign prior to June, and one of the bases of her campaign was a more transparent DA's office. She has all the sheriff's information already. She doesn't have National City's information. We're calling on her to sit down with the family and show them what they have. We're calling on Summer Steffens to initiate an investigation into what NCPD is doing. And just as a side note, we always hear we can't show the videos when we're in an active investigation, and we know that's not true. When videos exonerate police officers, they're shown immediately. Last Thursday, one of our other families that we represent, the Martinez family up in Vista, we were in the special investigator's office, in the DA's office. There's 2 active investigations going on in that case, and we sat down with them and with the special investigator, and we watched all the body cams. So we know they can do it because we just did it with our other family. As a group, we're organizing a town hall for the city of National City. We'll have information for you guys later on that. All of National City is going to be invited to this town hall. We're going to invite the city council to participate on the panel. We're going to invite the DA's office. We're going to invite the chief and some other people, and sit down and talk about what's going on and what we can do going forward to make it more transparent. We have a vacuum of leadership here in National City. When the mayor, Ron Morrison, and Chief Manny Rodriguez are more concerned with the protest and the protesters as opposed to the issue at hand, that's a vacuum of leadership. We're calling on the citizens of National City, which I happen to be as well, to take this into account and come to the city council meetings and call them to task. It's very important that we don't allow them to shift focus onto the protest, the protesters, away from what happened to Earl McNeil and away from what's happened to many other mentally ill men of color in police custody, and what will continue to happen if we allow them to divert the attention. Thank you.
I'm Yusef Miller. I'm with the Justice for Earl McNeil group here, also with the Racial Justice Coalition, and CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations San Diego office. And we're here to support the McNeil family. We thank Tammy for coming out, and we can see that she's so bereaved, she can't even speak. The family is not happy. The family is not satisfied. The family has not been given the proper information these some 60 days after the incident. We find that in National City, we have the most aggression towards the people of color and its citizens, and no one's addressing it. And when we stand up to address it, we're met with brutality, we're met with injury, we're met with incarceration, we're met with all these things, and all we're doing is standing up for justice for Earl. We want answers for the family. We're not here tearing down the city. We're here asking for answers, and we're met with brutality. Day after day, council meeting after council meeting. Peaceful demonstration is met with brutality in National City. We're finding that in the case of Earl McNeil, we have the same old story of people in mental health crisis being killed, especially people of color. People of color have a high incidence of being killed when coming in contact with law enforcement. They're not using their 5150 protocol. This is their protocol. This is not our protocol. Their protocol, and they don't follow it. This protocol, lack of following it, is leading to deaths of people of color all around San Diego counties. Not just Earl McNeil, also Alfred Alongo, Also Raul Rivera. So we can go on and on and on with the people who are affected by this lack of justice, this lack of protocol, which I repeat is not our protocol. We ask them simply to follow your own protocol and help to save people's lives. Instead, they're met with bullets. They're met with brutality. They're put in restraints instead of calling in mental health professionals. And where is the Mental Health Advisory Board? Silent. Where is the mayor? Silent. Where is the DA? Silent. We need all of them out here, and we need a solution to the brutality and the constant death of people of color, especially when they have mental health illnesses. Mental health illness is not a death sentence. It is not a death sentence. We're long past mental health issues being locked up, incarcerated, shot, and electrocuted and killed. But today we see it happening in National City. We see it in El Cajon. We see it in various places around San Diego County, in Oceanside, in various places. The list goes on. As the homeless epidemic increases in San Diego counties, and it's on the rise, it's skyrocketing, we're going to have more encounters with law enforcement as it's criminalized. Homelessness is criminalized, and these people who are coming in contact with law enforcement, we can see more of this happening. We need to do something now. Earl McNeil should be one of the most recent wake-up calls that we have in San Diego County. We want the mayor, law enforcement, and the Mental Health Advisory Board to speak up and make an official statement to the family. We want information released to the family about what happened to Earl McNeil. This is traumatizing the family, as Tammy said, and re-traumatizing and re-traumatizing as she sees over and over on the news people who are standing up for her family being brutalized. All they want is justice for her family, and she has to suffer that brutalization and suffer our brutalization as well. This is not fair. It's inhumane. We shouldn't have to stand for it anywhere in this country, anywhere in California, and anywhere in these counties. This is a criminal neglect. It is an unethical neglect of the McNeil family, and we want it stopped.
I have attended every National City Council since the passing of Earl McNeil, and I have witnessed the gross neglect of the National City Council members to add the issue to the official agenda. We implore Ron Morrison, Jerry Cano, and Albert Mendeville to vote to add the investigation of the death of Earl McNeil to the agenda. Immediately, compel the NCPD to release the footage and begin a separate investigation to this tragic loss of life. Change the policy and release this information before the investigation has been completed.
Hello, my name is Blair Overstreet. I'm here with the group of Justice for Earl McNeil, as well as showing up for racial justice. I am one of the many people who, for a long time, have been asking for transparency, and we've done that through the proper channels. We have gone through the channels that have been given to us to speak out and ask for answers, and at every point, we've been stonewalled. All we're asking is for transparency, and if there's nothing to be afraid of, then there's no reason why they can't release those tapes. And as we follow through the systems that are in place for us to speak out as people who are part of a democracy, and we've been stonewalled every time, I'm also part of a group of people who, in last week, helped plan and do all the support for a nonviolent direct action, where we used our voices and our bodies to disrupt non-violently and with real clarity for what it is that we are asking for, which is our constitutional right. And what we were met with was violence. And we were met with unequal violence. Because I look the way that I do, and several other protesters look the way that I do, we were treated in a way that was professional, a professional manner, grabbed by my shoulders and pulled out. Whereas my fellow protectors, Tasha Williamson and Mika Glass, were dragged out in a very pulled not by her shoulders, but by her hands, by her arms. A woman who the National City Police Department has already targeted several times and treated poorly several times with just exercising her right to speak. And if they're willing to do that in front of cameras to a person who is speaking, then what will they do when the cameras aren't on? Then what will they do when the cameras aren't on? Or when they know they don't have to show that video footage? And so what we are calling for is for those city council members who have continued at every turn to say that they don't believe in transparency. They don't think the people of National City have the right to know what's happening behind closed doors. We ask that they do the right thing and compel the sheriff and the city manager and all the people who have the power to release those tapes to release those tapes. And I would ask you as the media to ask them, why can't they vote to put it on the agenda? If they truly believe that the the police department has done everything in their power to follow their own protocol, then why not release the tapes? What do these three men have to gain by continuing to block transparency?
That's right.
And instead of Ron Morrison spending all of his time criticizing those of us who are asking for honesty, for justice, for transparency, instead of saying that we're the problem, he has a responsibility to the people that he is supposed to serve to give them transparency. They serve us. They serve us. They are public servants. And so it is time for us to spend some time putting pressure on the people who are the problem, not the scapegoating that they've made of us, but to go back and put the onus on the people who are responsible for the death of Earl McNeil. And if they're not responsible for the death, then they have a responsibility to show us. And the question that we should all be asking is, why aren't they releasing the footage if they say that they will be exonerated? So this is what we're asking for today. It's for the city council members to vote to put it on the agenda and to do everything in their power to compel the police department to release the medical examiner's records as well as all video footage of Earl McNeil's time in custody. And this is one person, this is one case. And what we'll see, and we've talked about already, is that there is a pattern. There is a pattern here. So let's start with this one case, and let's get justice for Earl McNeil. And let's keep pushing the question of transparency and who it is that the police department and city council members serve. Thank you.
Buenas tardes, me llamo Nadia Contreras. Good afternoon, my name is Nadia Contreras, Nadia Contreras. I want to mention some lives that were stolen. Besides Earl McNeil, we have a pattern going on, like my comrade here said. We want to say presente to Manuel, to William, to Emmanuel, to Alejandro, to Arturo, to Christopher, to Jaime, to an unknown life, to Quincy, to Cedric, to Jorge, to Keith, to Luis, to Mooney, to Armando, to Manuel. Justice for all of them. These are 17 lives stolen out of National City at the hands of National City Police Departments. That's not okay. Where are those cases? Have they been researched? I want to encourage the community to come out and to speak up on any police brutality that you've experienced here in National City and beyond. They are being documented. We encourage you to document them. We know that everybody's being documented, but it's time that we document them. It's necessary to hold people accountable, especially if they're public servants. We all know that they work for us. And if we had to have a police system, then they need to be held accountable. There are many stories that are untold. There are many lives that have been stolen and do not have voices. Thankfully, there are people in the community like yourselves that we're reaching out to and asking for help, asking to collaborate, asking to reach within your heart to have courage and know that we have your back. The people behind me is just a small group of everybody getting together. There's hundreds of people in this community who want to stand with you to be your voice. We have to speak up and we have to document these incidences, because if we don't, it'll continue. people such as our city council members will continue to get away with covering up stories that matter. These are lives. We're not talking about a stolen piece of property. We're not talking about disrupting peace. We're talking about a life that's stolen. So if it takes some of us to be screaming and crying and doing some kind of theatrical act to get your attention, to let you know that you have blood on your hands, then that's what's going to happen. Because literally, there is no justice. You cannot have peace without having justice. It's irrelevant. You guys want peace? We are giving you the answers to how you're going to give that. So again, my part here is to encourage the community to come out, to speak up, to document them. It is necessary. We are standing with you guys. You are not alone. We're all with you. Earl McNeil is one of many lives that has been stolen, and he's speaking up for all of you. Earl McNeil's life is not the only life that was stolen, but he's the one that's letting us know that it's enough. We have people like United Against Police Terror that's been documenting them for a very, very long time. If you want to know how many lives were stolen / murdered out of San Diego County, please go to their website. If you guys want to help, if you guys want to participate, maybe give your stories, please contact us. We encourage the community to speak up, and we thank you guys for standing with us. And please don't give up. Please don't walk away. Keep this story alive, because like many, if this is Earl McNeil today, it could be you tomorrow.
As you can see, we're represented by community members and organizations from all over the county, north, south, east, everywhere. Everyone is showing up here for justice for Earl McNeil. That concludes our press conference, but we will take questions if you have any questions.